Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Hey, hi, yo. So finally you're in. Before going to start our discussion, like initiate the actual course. If you have any, like, just give me your brief introduction. Like, I would like to know your concerns and what is your expectations and why you are joined this course. All those things. So then I can proceed further on that.
All right. So, as you know, my name is Abdul Hannan, and I have done MCA from IMS Noida in 2014. After that, I moved to Energizer Convergys, and currently I'm working in HCL as a senior analyst. Basically, the job role is to provide support to the US customer over
Mm-hmm.
telephone. So, I want to move my line. I want to be a data analyst. Okay, so that's why I decided to join this course.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Fine.
I don't have a much idea about MSBI, Tableau, or MS SQL, but one of my friends suggested that if you do this course in future, you will get a good salary, you will get a good package. That's why I am here.
Perfect. Perfect.
Mhm,
Uh, cool. So I can understand your concerns. Yes, yes. If
mhm,
you are on the right track, actually, honestly speaking, you are on the right track, and
mhm,
the whatever the combo, like a combination you have chosen, is really deadly hot. I can give in 100% assurance because of this
mhm,
combo only. I just picked whatever the hot and demand tool in the market from the DB side, from the ETL side, from the reporting side. From the DB side, MS SQL is the hottest and evergreen technology in the IT industry. And ETL from perspective, it's an SSIS, and the same reporting perspective, it's in a Tableau. So if you just mix all these three, so you will be like it's a master in the technology, in the master in the business intelligence technology, and also you
mhm,
can get the very beautiful and expected package whatever you are going to offer, like expecting the CPC. So the company
mhm,
also may ready to provide those things, and
mhm,
that's what. So along with the SQL Server, I can give you the add-on benefits. Like I can explain you whenever the SQL Server come to the picture, I can give you the database administration as well, like how you can handle the database. All those
mhm,
things also will be covered. And well, coming to the ETL SSIS, I can cover the SSRS and analysis service as well, which will be the added advantages for you. And Tableau,
mhm,
I can go with the all kind of reports and geographical environmental reports also, and which will be
mhm.
very hot in the market for a Tableau perspective. So all these things will be covered, and I'm giving an assurance. So just feel free to reach me anything. So if you are not getting this point, until unless you understand, I will not go further on the next topic. And also I
Mhm.
will sure this will not be kind of a training session. I will be like kind of a sharing the ideas. So sometimes you can share your ideas on that level, and you can teach me also, no issues on that part. And
Mhm.
moreover, I'm going to take all these combination will take 40 hours, and I'm going
Mhm.
to take 10 hours for, I'm just allocating the 10 hours for SQL Server, and I'm allocating
Mhm.
the 15 hours for MSBI, and I'm allocating the
Mhm.
10 hours for the Tableau. Overall 35 hours, and our remaining 5 hours will be the buffer time. So whatever we are extending that, we can use that. And
Okay. Mhm.
once I'm targeting these things will get complete by the December 31st, end of this year. Once this get complete, so I can help you to build a resume which impress the recruiter. So are you planning to switch?
Yes, I'm planning to switch.
Fine. So what I can do
Mhm.
means I can help you to this is a extended. This is not
Mm-hmm.
included in the course. This is my interest, so I can give you, I can help you the build the resume, and I can help you to the post to the Naukri, and what components, what keywords you can use to impress the recruiters to pick your
Mm-hmm.
resume from the 100 resumes, and what CTC
Mm-hmm.
you can do, and how to impress the HR first of all. So,
Mm-hmm.
which means like to get the to shortlist your resume, how to impress them. All these factors and all I can tell you from the BI perspective. And once you can get the calls, interview calls, I can help you to crack the telecon or Skype, and I can train you how to behave or like how to give the answer. Since you are an experienced guy, so for the BA perspective, for the BA technology thing, how can you project all these things in front of the recruiters? I can give that
Mm-hmm.
my best. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
All right.
and also, yeah, go ahead if you have anything.
Yes. So, what would be the salary package that I'm getting for? So, what would be the salary package once I completed this course? And it means, what is the demand of the market of this course?
I'll give you the a live example. I can share you if you want. Also, one of my student,
Mm-hmm.
he's working in Bangalore from the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I trained him at the time of 2013. I only
Mm-hmm.
cracked that interview. I have taken the two telephonic and in behalf of him. So then I cleared. Then
Mm-hmm.
I trained him for the face to face. So he was working in the last 4 years only SQL Server, only executing the stored procedure or just running the SQL queries, all these things, just a proper basic SQL Server. It's a healthcare domain. I think you are aware of Quintels. Quintels is a reputed healthcare company, so there he is working. Then he planning to switch. That time, once he when he was in Quintels, he is getting a CTC around 6.7. Once he completed the final appraisal, he's getting 6.7, I guess. Then he asked me like, "Sir, I just have much enough in the SQL Server. I just want to go further." Then I tried him in the SSIS. That what is the relevant to this SSIS and Tableau and Power BI, and he learned DBA things also. And he asked me the DBA thing. Then I learned myself. I worked on that. Then I just give this all these added advantages to him. Then he cracked the interview in Wells Fargo recently, and he got the package. 4 years guy, he got the 13.5. So and he got another offer once he joined in Wells Fargo, KPMG, and they're offering up to 16. But location is Hyderabad. So which he's not, he refused that, but he don't want to relocate. That is the max package which I heard from the last 1 month. 16 up to 16 up to 15. If you are having 4 years of experience, you can able to get the, you can expect the minimum 13 to 15. ठीक है. Hello.
Hello, Abdul.
Hello.
Unmute and talk to the trainer.
Can you please unmute yourself, Abdul?
Hello, Abdul. Unmute yourself and talk to the trainer. Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
Abdul.
yes, I can hear you.
Interact with the
Okay.
trainer.
Okay. What happened? Something wrong?
No, no, I'm able to hear you.
Okay. Is it audible now?
Yes, it is audible.
Okay. Fine. See, are you getting what I'm saying just now? Like, see, the guy who has having experience with the 4 years with
Mm-hmm.
all these technologies, which is
Mm-hmm.
my student. I can give the details like how he got and all in this
Mm-hmm.
class. So
Mm-hmm.
he expect like he got the CTC which is up to 13.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with the 4 years with having all
But
these
but
combinations.
but my question is, hello.
Yeah, tell me, go ahead.
Doesn't it matter whether he had experience in the same field or not? Whether he
No,
had
it's not
experience in the same field or not, because I had no idea about the
correct. Correct. See, I'll tell you one more thing.
experience
See,
in this.
if
I'm.
many companies, like many corporate companies, recruited the people who have having the idea of all those technologies. Now they're
Mm-hmm.
considering it's not a thing that
Mm-hmm.
candidate should supposed to have a working hands-on experience on that. If he has an
Mm-hmm.
idea, like so they just open it up and they're able to recruit those folks. Why? Because it's not an issue,
Mm-hmm.
big issue. You must, it's a mandatory, you must having the hands-on experience of all this technology. It's not like that. If you have an idea,
Mm-hmm.
so you can able to crack, you can able to sustain these projects. Once they allocate, you can able to walk through those things very easily.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'll tell you one more thing. You should never reveal to the interviews. See, be honest. I'm open everything. You should never
Yes.
ever
Mm-hmm.
open to your recruiters that I'm having knowledge. Along with that,
Okay.
you should
Mm-hmm.
supposed to explain that you worked. There is no harm in that. See, just understand my words. You just tell
Mm-hmm.
them that you worked on that. Okay, there is not at
Mm-hmm.
all harm in that. And the one which you stick to that words now, that is not a rocket science. First of all, you can easily, once you deployed into the project, once you open the
Mm-hmm.
SQL server, once you open the MSBI, it's very
Mm-hmm.
pretty similar what you have learned in this course. That's it. And
Okay.
you no need to put the same effort what you did here, what you're going to do here. No need to put the same effort on your project. I'm sure in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a 12 years of experience. I can see the people, I can see the guys
Mm-hmm.
who never worked on these tools and they're going to attend the interviews. They crack
Mm-hmm.
the interview, and they're like the guys who are attended having a real experience, even they're not able to crack the interviews and they're not able to sustain in that. But the people who have got the training of all these technologies, they're able to sustain and they're rock and roll in these projects. Why? Because these people working hard rather than this. I'll tell you the example now. So one of my student in a SQL server, the one which
Mm-hmm.
he shortlisted. So he has a
Mm-hmm.
he tried, like he has a hands-on experience in SQL Server 4 years. And the another guy who took the training from the last 1 month, these both guys attended the interview. The guy who took the training, he cracked the interview. Why? Because the one who worked on 4 years, they're working on only similar things. Select star from table, select star from table. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
इसके कोई अलग नहीं
Okay.
है. So there is no other things. There, he didn't get any opportunity to work on other things. But this guy
Mm-hmm.
who tried, he know various things. He why? Because he learned many things.
Mm-hmm.
You got it right.
Yes, I got it. Mhm.
So there is
I
no
understand.
harm that you should tell. You should tell that that I worked and have an experience on this part. Nothing, not bad. So once you
Mm-hmm.
can go to the project, you can prove yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it.
So any questions before going to jump
No,
into my art session?
no. It's okay.
Yeah, you can call me
All.
Jagdish. So no issues. So don't be any confused. Don't be don't keep anything in your mind before going to the class. So be
Mm-hmm.
confident. Trust me, I can help you. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So first, initially, like we'll just start our course with the SQL Server, a Microsoft SQL Server. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll go to the MSBI. Then we'll go to the Tableau. Okay.
Okay.
And and before going to that, and so what you are aware of? Have you know anything on database?
Yes. And database is it's a collection of tables, and MS SQL it's like a database software. Apart from this, the Oracle 10G. Okay. And
Okay.
because I have done MCA, so I have a bit idea about the MS SQL. At that point of time, I was able to run the query on MS SQL,
Mm-hmm.
select districts from table name, and select field one, field two from table. This kind of query, delete command, truncate command, edit command.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a little bit idea, but the thing is that I was not in practice. That's why a lot of things I'm forgotten.
Cool. This is more than enough. So no
Mm-hmm.
issues. So like you have a basic overview idea about all these things.
Mm-hmm.
See, what is a mean by database?
Because data is
General.
it's a rough idea.
It's a kind of
Okay.
if the guy doesn't know anything, suppose think just assume I don't have any idea about that like these IT terminologies, database, SQL,
Okay.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking what is mean by database? Like
Data means it's a collection of data which has been organized in the form of table, and
mm-hmm,
and and all of the tables we have to store somewhere, because there are chances there are many tables in the same criteria: student 1, student 2, student 3. So collection of
mm-hmm,
each table we can say a database.
perfect. So which means
Mm-hmm.
so finally the database which is nothing but to collection of meaningful information. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so to collection of meaningful information, so you should like a dump a water into your bucket. So or else you can put all the books into the shelf. So
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing but all those things will be like nothing but a database. So it's a collection
Mm-hmm.
of book, it's a collection of water, it's a collection of data. So
Mm-hmm.
why we need a table? So which means I can use all the data dump into the one box, but where it comes to the difficult means to get the
Mm-hmm.
data. If you want particular information from that box, you have to
Mm-hmm.
search a lot of time. Like instead of your placing every 100 books on single shelf, if you want to get one particular book, then you should have search entire rack, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
what then table come to the picture onto the database. So whatever related data, I should keep those related data into the one table. What is meant by table? A table is nothing but combination of rows and columns.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So then your that's what I said. It's a collection of meaningful information. What is a meaningful? Which means you are instead of
Which
dumping
have some
everything
sense.
into your
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Which have some sense, which have some meaning.
Correct, correct.
Mm-hmm.
So then this is a database. Then
Mm-hmm.
what is mean by SQL?
Structured query language. It's a structured query language for database.
Why? What is mean by structured query language?
It means
What is
it
mean by
has
language?
organized language. It means uh,
General terminology.
everywhere there is a language. If I am talking to you in English, so English is a language.
Correct.
Computer do not
Exactly.
understand anything, so it's used assembly language. But it was very difficult to understand assembly language, so programmer developed a high level language, Java, .NET, or there are a lot of other language which is similar to English language. Okay, so
Mhm.
in the database, because everywhere data is needed, how to fetch the data from the lots of records. So we need a language, we need a database language. So SQL it's a database language.
Exactly. You're almost
Mm-hmm.
similar. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
language, which means,
Mm-hmm.
as we discussed, your database is collection
हेलो
of
वहां से
meaningful
निकलने से
information.
पहले हमें फोन कर देना. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a collection of meaningful information. So
ठीक.
fine, you're dumping everything into your database. Then the
Mm-hmm.
next step, how to get the data. So if I can ask, hey, give me the 10 records from the entire table. If I can ask in English, would the database will give the result? No, database
Mm-hmm.
will never understand. That's what you can rise a, like you're asking to get some information to your database. Means you're asking me your question. You're giving question to your database, right?
Mm-hmm.
So questions is nothing but
Mm-hmm.
queries. So you're raising a query to the database, and
Mm-hmm.
database will process that, understand that query,
Mm-hmm.
then database will give the result, which is nothing but select star from table. Nothing but you're
Yes.
communicating to the database. What is that command means? Hey, give me the some records from the table name. Star means
Mm-hmm.
all the records. Correct now?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
that is the language which we are communicating like English, Telugu, like that. So you're communicating like with the database. So database can
Mm-hmm.
process that query, like understand that query. Okay, I need to give the records to this user who asked the question. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
give the, all this will be in the structured manner. So that's what you can call as a structured query language. So
Mm-hmm.
keep a note, structure query language, it's a language which used to communicate with the database.
Mm-hmm.
So means a user will raise a query to the database. First step. Step two, a database will understand that query. Step two. Then again,
Mm-hmm.
step three, database will give the result to the user. So all this
Mm-hmm.
will become as a structure manner. You can
Okay.
assume this definition in Oracle, any database. All databases will be common thing is SQL, structure query language. Correct now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is the definition. See, they might ask you either you have a 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Even I experienced when I went to Informatica interview. The initial question what they ask, what is SQL? Then I never
Mm-hmm.
forget in my life. So that guy, I just gave I when I was in like senior time. So he asked me what is SQL. I just gave the definition like 3 days. A database is kind of all this. Then that guy explained me in this manner. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
communication. It's a two-way communication. Then I never
Mm-hmm.
forget that definition in my life. That's what I'm giving this my experience to you. So why I'm saying all these things means if you're very good at fundamentals, you are
Mm-hmm.
very good, and you can impress the interviewers. You should never forget about your basics. So they might ask you what is meant by SQL Server also in your interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fine. So come to the concepts in the SQL Server. So fine. So you told about that one, na? So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to learn anything, any language, what is the first step? What is the first thing you can start?
First, we need to learn the basic of the language, basic terminology of the language, because
Uh,
keyword of the language. Because
correct.
we are going to learn a C language, so we must need to learn what is the meaning of the hash include stdio.h. So everybody know it's basically for the input and output. So we need to understand the terminology of the language,
Perfect, perfect,
keywords.
perfect. Very nice. So the I got the word like whatever I expected you reveal that keywords. So if you want to start any language, you should know about keywords. This is the first basic concept. So then you started, right? Like you, when I was asking that time what is database and all, like you gave me the you gave me the definition. It's a database which is having in the tables, correct? Now, so which means what is the heart of your database?
I'm sorry, I didn't get
What
you.
is the heart? Like what is the key component of your database? If that is not there, database is nothing. Anything?
Uh, yes, there must be a information, there must be a data, and
No.
data is
Okay.
organized.
Hold on.
Mhm,
Hold on. Yeah.
mhm.
Data would be there, but along apart from the data, what is the priority of your database? If that is not there, your database is not. It's not no meaning.
There must be a structure. If I'm we are going to create a student data, so we need to create a structure like roll number, name, student uh, student
Fine.
mark, subject one, subject two, subject three. It means that we need to first create a field name
Where all these fields, where all this data will be existing?
in the table.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So
Mm,
the key component of database. So first data, then fields, then all these fields and data will be going to sit into the tables. Then all these
mhm.
tables will be grouping in the database. Correct. Now.
Yes, correct.
So you
Yes.
should know about how to create the tables. You should be a master in the first. You have to create. Forget about data. Forget about database. First,
Mm,
you should know about how to create the database. Create the tables. Correct, right? How to create the table, how to inject the data into the table, how to delete the
mhm,
tables, all these things you should know. That things will be
mhm,
going to cover in the commands.
mhm.
So in the
Yes,
commands,
commands.
you have
Mhm,
DDL, DML, DQL. So all
mhm,
these will be going to cover into the commands topic.
mhm,
Then you created the table, you're inserting the records, you're
mhm.
like all this. So in this level, concept two, you are familiar with that, creating the tables, all injecting. So you should insert the table records in the proper manner. Like you should be in the some conditions. So that conditions will be called as a constraints. Have you ever have
Mhm.
constraints?
Yes,
Primary
I
key,
understand.
foreign
Yeah,
key,
primary
unique
key,
key, all
foreign
this.
key. Yes, yes, a unique key.
Correct. So all this will be going to cover into the constraints part. The next
Mhm,
thing is you have like you want to retrieve the data from the table. You have to do one operation. Like you have to sum the sum, like just assume you have a you want to sum 10 records, or else you have to do average of 10 records, ten values. What you
mhm.
can do average means you can sum of those values and you can do the
Yeah.
number of those quantities. So instead of doing
Yes.
that, you have predefined functions. Like instead of doing all this manual calculation, you can do the predefined function in the SQL Server, like
Mhm,
average, sum, mean, max, all these things. So this is
mhm,
nothing but uh, function. Use this is system defined function.
mhm.
System defined functions, like nothing but as I told you now, if you want to do sum of values, so instead of doing value 1 plus value 2 plus value 3, you can do sum then value, then it will do pre-calculation of all those things. So the next concept is sum functions, system defined functions. So you
Yes.
covered keywords, you covered commands, you covered constraints, which is the conditions, you covered functions. Then in this level, you are familiar, like you will be a master of all this, creating the functions, creating the tables, all this. Then you should supposed to work on multiple tables. I have to combine, I have to merge two tables, I have to get the data. So in this, so by using this condition, like this topic, you will come to know how to join, how to combine the two tables. The topic is joins.
Mhm.
The next one is, so once you this is very important topic. So I think you hope you are aware of all these things. So the
Yes.
most of the questions they can ask, these two topics. So this is the the most important topics functions. Functions is nothing but how they can ask. I'll give you the best example. Your name is whatever you have the first and full name, na? So Abdul Hanan. So I just want to get my first name only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Abdul Hanan. If I pass the value Abdul Hanan, I want to get the just Abdul. So for
Mm-hmm.
that, you have three different functions in the SQL Server. I'll cover you later. This is the main. See, I'll tell you that all this course is interview prospect. I just want you to
Mm-hmm.
crack the interviews. Okay. See, you
Mm-hmm.
can get all this information from Google as well. You can type the commands. You can get better information from me. But I'll
Mm-hmm.
train you how to crack this part in interviews. Okay. Keep in that
Mm-hmm.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll go to the next. After joins, you are having a concept called views and indexes. This is the next topic. Index is nothing but how to faster optimize your queries. This is also a bit important. And next one is once you covered all these things, the next one is you have like a temp table and a table variable. I'll tell you while coming all these things. Once we can get all these cover topics, I'll tell you. Then you have the most important topics like is stored procedure. Then user defined functions. Then cursors.
Mm-hmm.
Then triggers. So this is the a core basic concepts in the SQL Server. So I'll give you the rating. So most of the things they might ask you. So just most 3-star means like they will ask 90% questions on your joints,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll ask 80% questions on your indexes. Like index means, see, nowadays anyone can write a query, anyone can develop, anyone can generate the scripts, but
Mm-hmm.
they have to generate the script in most optimizable way. Like if they just generate the script, that script has to execute within short span of time. You're getting. So now
Mm-hmm.
they're looking the candidates who can optimize the code. They're looking like now people are along with developing, they have to optimize the code. Okay. So I'll tell you how to do that as well. So this too is the most important thing. Then the same priority is stored procs. So you should be more stretched on stored procs, and remaining everything is quite common. So you will not get many questions. As I am getting I used to attend the telephonic interviews for the most of the candidates. Then I got to know they'll ask they'll give two tables and they have to join, and they're asking the expected output. So most probably stretch on joins, stretch on store procs, stretch on indexes. Remaining everything we can cover it just don't, you can put effort, but put more effort on all these three concepts. Okay.
Okay.
Have you are aware of any concept like which we discussed here? You have any knowledge on this?
No, we do not have. I do not have a knowledge, but I have heard all the terminology you used: commands, constraints, system-defined functions, join, all the 11 things you have mentioned.
Perfect. Perfect. No issues.
Yeah.
Okay. So fine, we can wind up today. So this is the basics. Oh yeah, I forget to tell you. Along with that, we have. I'll give you the added advantages. You can put that. And so the database administration side, like how you can take the backup the database,
Mm-hmm.
restore the database,
Mm-hmm.
and permissions. permission matlab like if you are the guy you are the administration guy who can give
Mm-hmm.
access. Suppose right, if
Grant
this
and
database,
revoke.
yes, you can grant and revoke the access to the particular users. You can give a only read
Mm-hmm.
access, or else you can give the execute access, all these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a developer with minimum knowledge of all these three things on administration side, this is enough.
Mm-hmm.
You can go with that. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so this will be going to cover in this month, so month of
Mm-hmm.
November. So you can so I'll give you that related examples as well, and sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
can ask you to. I'll give you to the access. You have to write the query in my desktop. Okay, so whatever I have
Okay.
the SQL server here, so I might ask you to
Mm-hmm.
write the desktop like all these things. So tomorrow we
Mm-hmm.
are going to cover the actual class, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
All
I
right.
mean, on where we need to start means we need to start on this one, keywords. From keywords we can
Okay.
complete tomorrow. Keywords and commands we can complete it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we can go with
All
the
right.
constraints and different all these functions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any questions or doubts, or else any concerns?
No. After each class, will you send a video on at my email address?
That as I will take care. I think
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
they will provide you.
Okay. So
Okay.
it will take a 10 days to complete the MS SQL. After that, we move to MSBI, then we move to W. Correct?
We'll go to the MSBI, which is three modules: SSIS, SSRS, SSAS.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will take mid of December, or else it may extend.
Mm-hmm.
So after Christmas, I can start, or else before Christmas week, I can
Mm-hmm.
start the Tableau session.
All right. All right. So after completion of this course, I'm I'll able to do the interview.
Sure, sure. I'll help you to build the resume, and I'll give you the explanation of each concept, how it will be, like how to explain in the interview. So once
Mm-hmm.
you're done, then you can start attending the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So just start attending 1 2 interviews so that you can come to know how the questions will be. The third
Mm-hmm.
interview, you will come to know all those things.
All right. All right.
So are you planning to relocate, or with your preferable location is Hyderabad only?
No, no. I'm living in Noida,
You are living in Noida.
Delhi. Yeah, Delhi NCR. But I'm open to
Oh,
relocate anywhere because I
nice,
have the
nice.
good
Then
package.
then you will
Mm-hmm.
get very nice calls, man. Why? Because honestly speaking, from the this Bangalore, Chennai folks, not they're not showing interested to join that in Noida, Gurgaon, Pune. Pune is better.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you
Okay.
have many calls from there only. You can crack interview
Mm-hmm.
very easy. No issues.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm from Varanasi. If I live 800 kilometers away from Varanasi, so I can live 16 or 2400 away from Varanasi.
Okay, I'll give you one good thing is whenever I got an interview, like from my students, whenever they got interview from Noida, Gurgaon, from North especially,
Mm-hmm.
they almost 99% they cleared. So compared to the South, yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
resources are very few, or they're not showing much interest to go on there. That's what companies also very liberal to the interviews. So they're
Mm-hmm.
expecting whatever they're expecting salary and whatever expecting notice period. If you're
Mm-hmm.
willing to able to join very short term notice period with the uh, like a liberal salary, they can
Mm-hmm.
shortlist you. They can acquire you. So
Okay.
they'll ask very easy questions. What is meant by join? What type of join? I experienced it, man. Then even you will come to know after that. Okay, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you are from Bangalore, then you
Oh.
will get more tough questions.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on location as well.
Yes, understand.
Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
fine. So we'll meet on tomorrow short 10. So is it fine with the timing? So you are okay with the timing, or you want to
Yes,
prepone
yes,
or else?
it's okay. It's okay. So,
Okay.
are you okay? So I have a question. Are you able to understand me? Because I am from the North Indian. My native language is Hindi. So that reflect my in my English as well. So yeah, doesn't you feel any kind of difficulties to understand me?
No, 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 not at all. No, most of my student from the north only, man. I can sense you, no issues. And that part,
Okay, okay.
there is no things like north and south. Like if you can grasp many even fast rather than us. Okay, so no
Mhm.
issues on that, no doubt. So I'm sure I will ask. But the thing is, in the session, it's not a kind of session that I'm going and you are keeping quiet. I don't know whether you are watching Google or YouTube. I don't know
Yes,
that since it is online.
yes,
I
yes,
want you to speak more on this. Okay.
yes.
I'll keep on asking you more questions. You should never escape
Mhm,
from me. You have to
mhm,
explain me. Okay?
mhm. Two-way
Yes.
communication is always interesting.
Yes, yes. And also I'll tell you
Mhm.
this is not more subject oriented. I already told you it's a sharing of your ideas.
Oh, yes. Mhm. All
Okay?
right.
All right. Okay, Abdul.
All right. Thank
Have
you.
a
Thank
nice
you
day.
so much.
We'll
Thank
meet you on tomorrow, 10 a.m. Okay? Fine.
you. All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.